All right.
Do you want to
Nice
go
group.
Yeah, do you want to go to El Palme on
Thank you.
Thursday for the field day, or do you have to be here like with the volunteers and Thanks. Thanks. And it's a new position actually funded by the NRCS. So the New Mexico State University shares this facility and the farm here with the USDA NRCS. And I think it's been that way since this was established in the early 50s. I'm not quite sure what, might have been 52 when this place was established. So there's that history and partnership there. Um, yeah, and I think before we get too far, it'd be great to go around and do introductions and hear where you came from and maybe a little bit of your, just a brief about trees, like your interest in trees or connection to trees. And we can start here.
My name's Terry. I live in Albuquerque, and my interest in trees is that I'm on the Tree Canopy Restoration Committee on my neighborhood association in Nob Hill.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
I'm Tim from Albuquerque. I'm trying to start an orchard, so the more I learn, the better I will.
Oh, excellent.
Dakota gave me a tree last week.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, we'll see. We're gonna tour.
They
That's
were a
the
lot
first
bigger
thing
than
we're
I
gonna
thought.
do is look at our 1 acre
Awesome.
fruit
Yeah,
tree.
I was.
Excellent.
I'm Kate. I'm also from Albuquerque, and I'm just looking to learn more about trees.
I'm Ray. I'm a mentor with the program. I came to Albuquerque a few years ago from Maryland. I'm still in shock about, hey, where's the rain? I love trees and so learning about them.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Jackie. I live here in Los Lunas. I just want to volunteer. I've always had an interest in trees, so I'm here to learn.
I'm Betty. I'm a mentor this year. Originally from Pennsylvania, but here in New Mexico more than 25 years. I have a little food forest going on in my yard and interested in planting more trees.
Hi, I'm Marilyn. I live in Albuquerque. I'm originally from Iowa, where there's lots of trees and lots of rain. Yeah. But I've planted a lot of trees in my yard, and I'd like to know how to take care of them, and I'd like to plant more because I find them incredibly important.
My name's Ruth Barchman Romero. I've lived in Albuquerque most of my life, and one day I went to a planting with Tree New Mexico, and next thing I know, I just wanted to plant trees. So they're just fascinating, and what a great way to help the earth and help the community. I'm here to stay.
Awesome.
Hi everyone, I'm Dakota. I'm originally from Santa Fe, but then I moved to go to UNM when I was in college. I love trees because I've always just been so fascinated about how they like communicate with each other and how much they do for different ecological systems. So I've just always been really enamored by them.
Awesome. Hey, I'm Carlos. Let's see, I'm from Washington, D.C., but here since 2018. And I'm just excited to learn more about trees and plant communities and our interaction with trees and agriculture and all the rest. I'm a landscape designer.
My name's Elda Quintana. I'm originally from Mexico, but I now live here in Los Lunas, and I work here. I love plants in general, but I don't know a lot about trees, and that's why I wanted to be in this program.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone. I live just north of Nob Hill in Summit Park neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. And and then a little bit about me too. I'm originally from Phoenix. I grew up in Levine, outside of Phoenix, on 5 acres, and really into plants. Went to ASU and then U of A for a master's degree. Did my project over in Cliff Gila, New Mexico, and that was back 20 years ago now. And really am happy to be in New Mexico. It's too crowded and too hot in Phoenix, and I just love New Mexico. So we moved here at the end of June, my partner Renee and I. And yeah, I have a background in rangeland management and then invasive plant management with the state of Arizona, with the Department of Forestry over there. Here in New Mexico, you do see a lot of tree of heaven, Siberian elm, and Russian olive. You know, non-native introduced trees that are quite prolific. We'll see some of those today. But yeah, I'll just give you a quick overview of my project, and then we'll go look at the fruit tree orchard, the wildlife woodland, and some vacant land that I'll be tasked with developing a project on, which I'll go into more detail. And maybe I'll just step back a minute, not go into too much, but just wanted to pass around this map of the farm, at the station, research station, and just show you the extent of it. If you want to just take a quick look, and we are, you know, right in the middle.
Where the buildings are.
Where the buildings are, and you can just pass that around as I just talk a little bit about my work. But there's a lot of activities here. This is about 200 acres, this farm, this research station. And so there's cropland production, there's alfalfa being grown, flood irrigated. There's trials on different alfalfa varieties here. We can see an alfalfa field, you know, just diagonally here. There's also chili being grown, and they're doing different studies on chili. And one of the faculty here at the main campus is studying the mechanical harvest of chili, and that's been her specialty. And then developing varieties of chili, harvesting the seed and really going down that path. There's different NRCS projects here. There's the Plant Materials Center with the NRCS, and so they test trees, shrubs, grasses, forbs for restoration, for agriculture. They develop varieties here. They developed a variety of blue grama grass called Vaughn, which is now used throughout the Southwest. This is sort of the Southwest hub for the Plant Materials Center of the NRCS. There's a Plant Materials Center in Tucson, Arizona, also. That's the one that I'm familiar with. But there's a couple staff here that work on those projects and do grow outs and trials and things of that nature. Another component of this farm and station that I've known, you know, windbreaks. We do have a lot of windbreaks here, you know, really helpful for the spring winds. So you'll see those strategically placed around the farm. And then we do have some riparian vegetation, you know, the cottonwood trees here, the Rio Grande cottonwoods. We have a grove of cottonwoods there that were planted at least a dozen, 15 years ago. So that's a little, you know, riparian type woodland. We're going to see another woodland and talk more about that. Yeah, so that's kind of overview of this location.
I have a question. These windbreaks, you know how old they are?
I do not. Hilda, have you heard Marisa say anything about the age, like, on the windbreaks?
I don't think so.
Yeah. It's safe to say, right, they could be, 30, 40.
Yeah, they're very well established.
I know.
I just know they were like an experiment. They planted different varieties and they wanted to see which one worked better with windbreakers.
Yeah. We get water here from the Rio Grande. There's a upper canal that we can utilize. You know, we're within the Middle Rio Grande Conservancy District boundaries, so we get, you know, surface water from the river system to irrigate crops, and then we have wells as well. I think we have at least 2 wells here that we use for irrigating. And we have a farm staff, farm manager, assistant farm manager, and some irrigators and laborers that, you know, do weeding and things like that. So there's a lot going on here. I'm still learning the ropes here and learning the ways and all the different activities. What's really cool here is there's a lot of researchers that come and have projects, and so they're showing up and getting to hear about what they're doing and what their studies are, and it's a lot of activity here. So that's kind of neat. Every day is different. Okay, so then my project is I got a little handout here. So what my project is, it's a 5-year project to develop a demonstration area of practices and scenarios for urban agriculture producers within New Mexico's urban areas. And urban is loosely defined, especially for New Mexico, but of course Santa Fe and Albuquerque and other areas. But my focus is the Middle Rio Grande Valley for the project. And so what I'll be doing, I'll talk more about it as we go on the tour, but my first 2 years are going to be kind of laying a foundation, doing some design, some planning, and then installation of the infrastructure for an urban farm demonstration area here. And then years 3, 4, and 5 we'll be planting perennial crops, annual crops, and we're going to have this as a demonstration of low water use, irrigation practices, drip, and flood irrigation, and just really help really tease out some of the costs that go into developing an urban farm. Because the NRCS has a program now, an urban agriculture program, and Albuquerque was one of the pilot cities. So NRCS wants to work more and more with urban farmers and community gardeners, and this project will help them really sharpen the pencils on the costs of these things, because NRCS can then cost share with farmers if they want to build a new hoop house or if they want to build raised beds. They have some cost figures, but this can really help narrow them down and get them really dialed in. We're going to document the costs and the time that goes into developing this. So it's a demonstration project, and then it'll carry on here, and then other researchers can also do test trials and evaluate different urban agriculture practices, which is great. I'm so excited about this job. This kind of brings a lot of things that I like and am interested in and have experience with, put them into action. And then another part of the project is field tours. This is nice because this gives me a little bit of practice, because I'll be doing a lot of field tours as this thing gets developed over the next 5 years, and showing people what we're doing. And then New Mexico State will have videos and publications, and then we'll really dive deep into urban agriculture. So another thing I'm doing too is kind of getting farm tours myself of different urban farms and learning what they're doing and how they're doing their growing, what challenges they have, that sort of thing. And what I've been told so far is that every urban farm is considerably different. There's not just a blueprint, there's not just a rubber stamp. Everyone has different water resources and configurations and things like that. So but that's kind of helped me with my project, so that I really know what to expect. Cool, so I'll stop there, and then we can start walking, but we do have restrooms here in our main office that we can use, and then we have restrooms up at the Learning Lab, which will be closer to where we're at. Does anyone need a restroom break before we start walking? Okay, great. Well then, what we'll do is we'll walk down the road here and go to the fruit tree orchard, and that's where we'll start, and I'll take you through that. This is an active farm. We just had a safety meeting on Friday. So yeah, we have vehicles moving around, a lot of activity, a lot of vehicles. We'll stay in a group, close together, and just walk down the road, but we'll go to the fruit orchard and then go from there.
Cool.
We love what they call the fruit cocktail orchard, because there's a little of everything here, like when you buy your can of fruit cocktail. Yeah, there's I can actually kind of go off of memory too. I'll just walk through the fruit trees that we have here. So we have apricot. We only have 2 trees left, and they haven't produced ever. I don't think.
They're just trees.
They need to meet my tree.
Yeah, I've read that with apricots, it's like if you're up north in Santa Fe, it's almost like a shade tree, is what I've read. That it's the cold and the different conditions that it's kind of hard to get apricots. But yeah, that's at least what I've read. We also have plums, a couple different variety of plums, cherry. We have sour cherry and sweet cherry. We have a lot of different peach varieties, which is great. Some that flower early in the season, early in the spring, and then some that flower later. And we'll see some of those. And I think there was an intentional planting on one of these 2 rows where it was like a succession of flowering from, you know, late to early, early to late. Yeah, depending on how you walk it. And so that's neat to see. And then we have a couple variety of apples, persimmon, and figs, and a few interesting trees. We have pawpaw, which I learned is from the Midwest Chicago area, right? The Morton Arboretum. My parents are from Chicago, so I know the Morton Arboretum. They had a paper about pawpaw and persimmon. We have a persimmon tree that's developing some fruit right now. Those will be ready probably October, November time frame. And Elda, did I miss any fruit?
We have jujubes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, not in this orchard, but yes.
Yeah, I think the one last was the quince.
Quince, thank you.
And pomegranate.
And pomegranate. Quince and pomegranate. Thank you. Yeah, so hence the fruit cocktail name. This is about 1 acre. This is part of the urban ag demonstration area now. And I've just been learning about trees and the varieties and getting more acquainted with it, the orchard. And we've got some opportunities to do some replacement in here because some trees have died and or been removed by staff over the years. All of these trees were planted, let's see, do I have that? Maybe I don't. I think it was 2007 this was planted. And it's flood irrigated, which is great. There is a sprinkler system, but it's non-functional. Flood irrigation is the way to go to have, you know, healthy fruit trees. At least that's more of a personal opinion, but orchard decides we can flood irrigate it.
And that water comes to Rio Grande, right?
Correct. Yeah.
How often a month do you flood?
So these do go a bit without water. Like it can be up to 4 weeks between waterings, but usually around 3.
And how much?
It's irrigated for probably like 8 hours. So,
That's a good soak.
Yeah.
Where does it fall on the tree? Like, is it a foot or half a foot of water? Or?
Like the depth?
Yeah.
I ran a soil probe because I was very curious about, you know, just how the water went all the way down. I wanted to confirm that, and I ran a soil probe, and it went 18 inches to 2 feet down. Yep. Before it had some give to it.
Yeah, I've been here when we got pipes and fills, and we got it. It's not good because we're flooding, and it's really well designed because you got these pipes that connect to the big ground, and it looks like it's only getting into water all the way down.
An inch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they go in stages, so that you could be through there where it was flooding here.
Yeah. And so, yeah, it's really greened up since the irrigation and is getting mowed. And so part of my project is to get a mower, and then I'll take over the management of this. Yeah, let's walk in and have a look. We'll kind of go over this way to get away from the how many gallons? So I forgot the sheet in my folder, but like, so like this is 5 individuals of one variety of pomegranate. I left the sheet in my clipboard, but that's 5 individuals of one variety, and it's got fruit. You know, looks healthy. The condition is good.
So how cold do you get here? Because mine goes high.
Yeah, I mean, we have a weather station right by our office. I mean, we do monitor all weather data, and it's been documented. But I imagine, I mean, Albuquerque, right, is probably similar to Albuquerque. But
So you don't cover these, they're big enough to survive.
right.
That's a Clinton's right here.
Yeah, we'll come down and go around and take a good look at the fruit. Yeah, so we can continue. If you want to pick a red apple and have a bite, be my guest. Because they're ready to be gala.
Oh, really?
And the birds love it too. Also sometimes the wasps keep an eye on it.
Yeah, so these are gala,
Those are good.
and they're good.
They're good.
I'll get you one.
Sure.
Just look for one with some red blush, and watch your head.
Now it's all dirty.
Thanks.
Each tree has a little metal tag.
I'm surprised you're not cutting down the Siberian elk.
So, I'm gonna talk about that. Yeah, just last week, we completed a full inventory of all Siberian elm, tree heaven, and Russian olive on my 5-acre project site. So it's 5 acres total, 5 or 6. And I'm gonna be hiring a contractor with using my funds from the NRCS to treat all the Siberian elm, tree heaven, and Russian olive. So there's quite a bit in this orchard, yeah, that you'll see. It's been treated over the years, but you know, it's a tough competitor.
So you are trying to get rid of it? Or no?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna get treated. It'll be treated the end of October, early November by a contractor, and we'll probably use the cut stump treatment method. Has
So
anyone?
cut it off and then put herbicide on the trunk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you do a cut, like a level cut, you know, and then you immediately or within 5 minutes you apply herbicide to the cut stump. It's a good way to control woody vegetation. And you can even use like a paintbrush or a dabber to just apply the minimum amount necessary and only to
Take your seeds.
the cut stump. So that is a really effective treatment, especially for Siberian elm. I had one at my house. I've had my house for a little bit, and I controlled one that way, and it was like a charm. So yeah, we'll see
This,
some of these.
one pest that loves these apples, it's got a star-shaped bunch of bites. I'll pass this around. Anybody want to take a guess what the bug is? It is. It's a big bug. Just don't bite. Don't eat this one.
Pass it around.
Just pass it. Pass it
It's
around.
actually a bug, not a bird.
Not a bird. It's a bug. Because I actually
star.
have seen and I got pictures
On
to show you.
apples?
Huh?
On apples, huh?
Yeah, on the apples. Yeah. I saw that in the
Apple
other orchard,
loving
and
bug.
Is that the wasp?
Praymantis.
Cicada.
The wasp.
yeah, the gas, it's big, greenish, Japanese,
Praying-
Japanese
Is it
beetle, that
praying
one
mantis?
flying around here?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not like that.
and it's funny, they just take a triangle.
There's one. There's the culprit right behind you.
Yeah. Japanese beetle. That's that big old green thing. Yeah.
So,
And before, yeah, thank you, Ray. We're gonna see some of their, Japanese beetle. Yeah, they love fruit, and they are common in this orchard. Before I forget, we did have a visitor, Diane, who's joining us. Diane Stevenson. She's new here to Los Lunas, and yeah, she's gonna coordinate the Master Gardener program through New Mexico State University. So, and she's tagging along to learn about. Yeah, she's in the information gathering stage, kind of like me, of our jobs.
Like me.
The apple eating stage. I know. So we'll continue. Here's Papa.
Mm.
I'm a cat dad, so that's what I call myself. Papa. But we've got a couple of them, and
What is this?
Papa. V-A-W.
What kind of fruit?
Yeah, I read a little bit about it. I need to get more familiar.
It's like a tropical fruit.
Say it again?
It's like a tropical fruit, actually.
yeah, kind of like a very soft,
But it's the
small,
American
but
version.
so sweet, delicious. I mean, I've had them in Maryland.
Oh,
This tree, I don't see any production on this one.
yeah.
Well, we should get rid of these elms if you're happy.
I know.
Maybe. Do it.
The elms are like flood irrigation. Oh yeah.
Yeah, to get all the weed seed.
So here's our persimmon tree. I want to plant more of these. You know, that fruit turns orange. All the leaves drop in November, and they look like little Christmas ornaments. Look like little ornaments on the tree. I've seen the pictures.
What is it?
Persimmon. And you can see they're in fruit, they're green. They've got much more time to go before they're ready.
Do they need the frost to drop? Yeah, we had those in Delaware. We always waited till the frost.
Yeah, what I've read is that there's astringent and non-astringent types or varieties of persimmon, and personally I prefer the non-astringent where you can just eat them off the tree when they're sweet. The astringent ones you need to, I think, really ripen them or even cook them to release that bitterness.
But a freeze will do it.
Will it?
Yeah. Yeah, we have them growing in our neighborhood in Oklahoma. We like this.
Okay.
And after it froze, they got very soft and they started to fall. And then
Okay. So that real cold snap, chill hours helps develop the fruit. Yeah.
what kind this is?
Right. I believe this is the variety is called Jiro, J-I-R-O, and that one is non-astringent. There's is it Betsy? Betty. Yeah, you have the food forest. Be neat to talk to you more about that and learn more. But I want to do a food forest on the side of my yard, and I'm thinking about one of these.
I have a Fuyu, which is non-astringent,
Okay, who you?
which apparently doesn't need another tree to make it more fruitful, although it likes having it. Dr. Yao reminded us on Saturday that you can graft different types to your tree so you don't have to buy a whole other one.
Oh wow. Oh, the grafting workshop.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I'll be looking for like donations.
I'm sure he can help you out with that.
Very cool.
Yeah, we're gonna go into tree ID, I don't know, 3-4 modules from now. You should get a sample of a tree that will give you characteristics for tree ID. First, you got the leaves, how the pattern of the leaves is. These are not opposite, they're
Alternate.
alternate. Of course, you got the fruit,
No one's gonna guess.
and then you also got the trunk. So, so there's an app called iNaturalist that if you could take 2 or 3 good pictures, it'll pop up for you what it is. Most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what observe what you got, and what kind of leaves they are, and these are kind of waxy. So,
Yeah. Who's familiar with what's happening right here to these leaves?
Leaf cutter bees.
Yeah, leaf cutter bees.
Yeah, they really like those leaves up on top.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's leaf cutter bee. They're using those to make their nests and homes, and they prefer.
Use insecticide.
Yeah, so it's Japanese. Yeah, they're called fig. They call them fig eater beetles too. That's another common name.
What kind of insecticide?
I don't know if there's any insecticide treatment on here. The fig eater beetles, like our strategy, as far as I know, is to really just remove the fruit consistently and not let it sit and overripe on the tree. But yeah, the fig eater beetles are really prolific in the peaches. So you can see them buzzing around right now. They're eating peaches every day, and
Having a good time.
Face down.
That's been one of the real pleasures of the last month working here is harvesting and eating peaches. We have a number of different varieties here, and like the Contender variety has been a real standout this year in terms of production. Really big peaches, small pit. Contender Intrepid is another one that's doing well. Blazing Star, just to tell you a few of the varieties that were really standouts. But Contender, I think, might be this tree here. But this is the fig eater beetle, and yeah, they really get together in groups, 10, 12 of them at once. So they've got that tan lower portion and emerald green, and they're pretty smelly because one of our interns accidentally stepped on one, and yeah.
I got one peach here that's getting eaten as we speak.
Would you see those in the city? Like in Albuquerque?
Right now?
Hello there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you seen them?
I've seen something that could be similar, but I don't think so. Now, I've seen beetles in my garden, but not like, I don't think it's the same.
I see them eat plums, peaches, apparently apples. Right? Yeah. So yeah, they're kind of cool opportunity. Herbivores, yeah, as far as okay. Kind of move on. Yonder. These are Cornelian cherries. I think they're a sour cherry. And yeah, I don't know much more than that. We lost a couple because everything was planted in 4s or 5s, every variety here. So we lost some, and then we have some Tree of Heaven. Another In Arizona too, that's a invasive woody plant along our riparian areas. So we'll do some treatment on that. There's not a lot in my project area to treat.
Sure. Please keep at least an indicator of needing watering.
Right.
It
Like
looks
it's drought stressed.
yeah, it looks like it to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some are getting yellowish.
I know.
So, the flooding will probably save it.
Yeah, we could use another irrigation in here soon. Just how hot, especially last week was exceedingly hot. We did a little test treatment on a couple of these last week. But yeah, it gets, kind of wild over here. Kind of round out the orchard tour. What's this?
Mulberry.
Mulberry. Yeah, this is, as far as I know, a volunteer mulberry. It's very multi-trunked. We did some pruning, lower branch pruning, just last week. Set the volunteer. This is the Arkansas black apple, right? Did you? Arkansas black. Yeah. Honestly, I'm starting to think that I want more of this row here. I want to expand on more. Yeah. Yeah, buffet style.
If I like it, it's good.
Yeah.
That's right.
I haven't decided if they need a partner or not. When you need that.
It's
Research and right, yeah, reading up on that. I'm still fairly new to this as well. I'm reading Dr. Yao's papers about fruit trees. There's two that I've read.
How do you spell them?
Is it Y-A-O? Dr. Yao, yeah, Y-A-O. I'll just look into the audience. Yeah, she's an extension agent for New Mexico State University and a fruit tree expert. She does jujube research. A good resource.
Did they tell you whether this was male or female? The mulberry?
Have you heard, Elder?
No, I think Marisa has some.
If I start sneezing, it's male.
Yeah.
Well, it's not pollinating.
Not
or
right now,
fruiting,
no.
So it's
Right.
one or the other.
Yeah.
So we do have some Saturn variety of peaches over here, like they call them donut peaches.
Oh.
I'm not particularly into them.
They're not going to get you.
But they'll grow. This is not right, but it's a flatter peach. You can buy these in the store as well, and they sell them at farmers markets, and they'll even have a nice peach, shade color to them. But yeah, they're flatter like this, and we have a number of varieties here.
Why don't you like them?
They don't look as good and provide like as much food as the regular peaches. Yeah. I've sort of left them so far, but that's just a personal preference. But yeah, you can certainly grow these. We have a variety called NJ17, New Jersey. It was developed in New Jersey. That's one of the varieties I remember. But yeah, the Saturn donut peaches, we do have a row here.
What do you guys do with all your fruit?
Pretty much, yeah, we don't sell it or donate it. It's mostly just kept in-house, and we just share with, the staff here. There's about a dozen or so of us, and so, yeah, we pick them and put them in the break room, and then people can...
And volunteers, sometimes we've been here a couple times, they're like, come on in and help us pick.
Take some home.
Yeah, absolutely. And that'll be part of the program as well that I want to develop. Because my program's going to have, like Marisa, Dr. Marisa Thompson, definitely be working closely with volunteers. Gonna need their help very much so. and B, user expertise, and then the hands too, yeah, extra sets of hands. Yeah, for sure. Pick it and eat it. So yeah, that's what we do. You know, this facility does grow hay, and as you saw, we sell hay to the public. And so there is that system, but I'm not sure if that's going to be part of the program here. You know, yields can be up and down and inconsistent, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, maybe show you a few other things of interest. You good folks should get to know, because I've been told it's on the, was it climate ready tree list for Albuquerque?
What is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
It's
what?
hackberry, and
Oh.
Marisa pointed out, because I have one of these grown at home, they get these galls on them.
Hackberry.
Hackberry. Celtis.
What causes those galls to
Insects.
So we have a very sandpapery, that's a, like Ray was talking about how to identify, these feel like sandpaper. Just a, you know, drought tolerant, good, tough tree for this desert, high desert climate. We do have some in here that have established. I may keep one for educational purposes, demonstration.
Do they actually bear?
Oh, I don't believe so. No.
Do they bear fruit? Yeah.
Little
do?
berries? Are they edible?
What are these? Are they growths?
Galls.
From
They are?
galls?
Yeah, I believe so. Galls.
Yeah, insects. They
They're-
don't hurt anything.
They're insects.
Yeah, insects form the tree forms the gall in response to the insect
Oh, I
doing
see.
whatever it's doing, but it doesn't hurt the tree. It's kind of like oaks.
Yeah.
Baccharis, I believe. Baccharis,
Have a lot of
shrub.
insects
And
that live,
just
but you
came
never
up on
know
its
they're
own.
there.
Yeah,
Volunteers.
because
they've
there's
evolved.
And we made, we're gonna keep it out.
Interesting.
It's occupying a lot of space. It's kind of, there's a pomegranate buried in there somewhere that I want to retrieve. Yeah.
The trees are pretty close together. Is that deliberate?
Yeah, I think so. The spacing was going to be consistent, but yeah, they are close together. Like I said, 4 or 5. There was 4 or 5 of every variety. Like these peaches over here are the very upright ones. That's
Yeah.
their growth form, habit. So those ones are pretty cool. But yeah, yeah. So blackberry.
Trying to fit in so much varieties that we can put together.
Right.
They're not worried about yield, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if they're gonna-
So, yeah, I'm still figuring out what to do with these open spaces, what maybe new tree species, fruit varieties we could try here. So I'm all ears if you have any suggestions, or as you go through the program, you can always send me a note about something. I'm starting to formulate some ideas of what I want to do in here. I want to try a couple new things that I'm hearing about. But yeah, that'll be part of the project, is just to kind of raise this up. And I don't have funds for additional fruit trees, so I need to chase down a grant or something like that. Yeah, I've got a plan for like 42 trees in here, and it's about $1,700. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. We can, oh, then yeah, maybe just, this is red prairie plum, and it's from North Dakota. They grew this up in North Dakota at the Plant Materials Center and gave us some, and then we planted them. And they're doing pretty good. You gotta really wait until the fruit, because I've eaten a couple and they were kind of mealy, and so you really gotta wait until they're dark red. But you know, shrub, form, plum.
are all these varieties like semi-dwarf heights, or do you prune them to keep them short?
Great question. There has been some pruning done over the years, and testing different pruning, and then you have a flush of growth, and if you don't get to it, you know, you can kind of get away from you. So there has been pruning, intentional pruning. There's even been pruning workshops in here.
Yeah.
And just to teach people, this is a great place to, it's like a living lab, right? So there's been some of that. But yeah, there certainly are pruning techniques that you can use to maximize yield and health.
So you are pruning them to keep them down to a certain.
Yeah, reachable. Yep.
Not too many labs.
Yeah.
Is that the size the plums are supposed to be?
Yes. Little plum. Uh-huh. Yeah, maybe we could just step onto the road and then we'll kind of work our way back through. Her name's Dr. Stephanie Walker with New Mexico State, and she's a vegetable specialist for New Mexico, and then the chili expert, and mechanical harvest of chili is what she's studying. Yeah, there's some chili varieties that she's developed over the years. So,
What kind of soil do you have, and what's the pH?
so good soil is what we got here.
Really? Okay, good.
Good soil.
A
Yeah.
lot of
'cause-
microbes.
Yeah, you know, it's loamy texture, you know, sandy loam texture. So it's, you know, going to be very well drained, alkaline. So there's going to be some mineral, you know, micronutrient deficiencies. But, you know, alluvium, river alluvium. But, yeah.
And your water table's 4 or 5 feet.
Maybe a little deeper than that, maybe 6 to 10.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it's shallow. Yeah, I mean, the aquifer, the water table is high here, for sure.
And you do flood on these as well, or just?
Those are floods. Yeah, and then maybe I'll just take this opportunity to do a really quick show and tell. We have what we call the West Mesa over here, and it's drier. It's a little higher up. There's some activity going on here in the West Mesa, just above the ditch. We're basically right here in field 7, and then there's a field to the north of us, and then this is all ours as well. To the east, this is a drain, canal drain. The farm, when you came in on the highway, the farm to the east here is a prison farm, prison facility that borders us, and they do alfalfa agriculture and cut hay and things like that. But yeah, this is just a layout, and you know, there's all different types of activities going on. This is the cottonwood field here, which we can see. Yeah, just to the south of that road. So just to give you a little bit of the lay of the land here, I think we'll take you now back to here.
This is huge.
Alright, this is a good example of compaction. Okay, many vehicles are driven over here, so you don't throw them on the plane.
Like perennial flowers and rhubarb and a couple of other crops, and so this is an area that I can develop and will develop into the urban ag project. But we do have grapes. There's a number of different grape varieties, like I think 18 to 20. Some are seedless, some have seeds. This is on drip. I water it once a week in general for 8 hours. Just run it, drip, and it's hanging in there.
I thought grapes didn't need a lot of water. Put them in the ground and leave.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to produce, right, you need to have a drip system, and you need to water that consistently for great production.
Have you been able to check out how good the irrigation is?
Yeah, I mean, it had that's the thing with drip irrigation. There's a lot of maintenance, constant maintenance, forever maintenance, right?
Farming is maintenance.
I know. And so, one of them popped apart and had a couple are popped apart and was really flooded in an area. So you do have to come out and check it. But yeah, these grapes are doing well.
You can usually see where the problem is.
You're good.
Some have seeds.
Nice and full.
Get the purple ones. The green ones are pretty sad, but the purple ones are really nice. They have seeds too.
Mm-hmm.
Varieties of figs planted in this row, and there's only 4 individuals left, and I don't know what variety they are. You have to retrace the planting map. I just haven't really done that yet. But I was reading the notes that there's a downtown variety, and it was from downtown Albuquerque, and there was like an old historic hotel that got torn down, and there's a fig tree, and they took cuttings or something, and then propagated them here, downtown fig, and so because where I'm from in Phoenix, figs do great, and you can grow big Black Mission variety fig trees. But I think the cold here, right? If you have a late the winter, like if you have a late developing crop, like in like October, November, it can get cold and kill back tissue. So I've been learning more about fig growth. What I've read is that you need to, you could put straw or hay, like thick, around the base to insulate the soil so that when you get a hard freeze, the roots are insulated and kept a little bit warmer. So I saw one in the Nob Hill area, a fig that was a little bit bigger than this, but it still had that dieback. New Mexico is a very challenging environment. I mean, we can grow a lot of, in terms of agriculture, we can grow a lot of incredible varieties of fruits and vegetables. We have to contend with, water, the limited availability of water, and then these late spring freezes, which I'm learning more about. That's what I've learned. That's kind of the take home, I would say, about what I know so far about fruit tree growth and development is you want to select varieties that flower and set fruit later in the spring, right? Like March, April, and because you'll have a better chance of them, surviving. If you have a really early flowering and fruiting, those snaps are going to diminish your yield. So selecting those late developing, late flowering, late fruiting varieties is what you should aim for here. And every year is obviously highly variable. So I do want to put more figs back in, but select ones that are A, cold hardy, and B, that timing of development is right. There's one I was looking up called Chicago Hardy, and so with that kind of name, it's ready for the cold, and it's gonna do well. And so
Mine died all the way back and it's bouncing back.
Oh, okay, it's like a cyclical.
As they get older and bigger, it's happening.
I've bought figs at the nursery, and those never do well. The one that I've taken a cutting of downtown in Borellis is the one that continues to grow.
Okay.
There are a couple trees in Socorro that are over 200 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a cutting from one of those. And those
really handle the cold. It gets cold in there, but it doesn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we got to -5 for 3 days this last winter. And it's okay. It died back a little bit, but
Where's this at? Where are you at?
well, Socorro.
Okay,
Socorro
Socorro.
County.
Yeah, a little warmer.
It's actually colder. I put them in a corner by an adobe wall.
So they're not hot?
So where you plant it might make a difference.
Out in the open here, it's a little more challenging.
I know, right? And that's the thing. This is exposed. It's west facing, so it's gonna get a lot of sun, and which things like and can handle the sun and heat. But yeah, when it's cold, yeah, they're out in the open. So would it make more sense to have them more in the interior of the orchard, where they're a little bit more sheltered? So that's a consideration. Yeah, that he was just talking about, like a microclimate for your trees. I'm sure you're going to hear about that during your training, but yeah, microclimates matter. They really can make a difference. I've heard that cold hardy, like 0 to 5 degrees, is what you're kind of looking for the zone that we're in, zone 7.
Share something. I've got this, obviously, dead cutting those grapes. Last March, Louisa, whom I volunteer, she actually got an expert on grapes to show us how to prune the grapevines. They were, of course, hibernating. And so at the end she said, okay, take them home, the ones that are second year growth, which are kind of yellowish or tan. And she said, soak them in water and put them in soil. I said, okay, I'll do what you say. A month later, little leaves started to come out. Yeah, so that's called life staking, and right now they're just growing. I'm just, and in the shade, I keep the water moist. So yeah, especially the grapes right now, you can still take a cutting. Well, maybe I guess more early in the spring. It's just something to keep in mind.
Wow. We all like free plants. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, I want to read.
To be honest, but yeah, I'm gonna give it the old college try. These root sprout. That's what I wanted to point out, right? These are all quince suckers or root sprouts, and so we'll have to, keep tabs on those and maintain them. Jujube does the same thing. It does sprout, and they can kind of start to spread that way, and so we do manage that in our jujube plot. But yeah, there's quite a bit of quince. This variety is Crimea. There's a metal tag, and Ray had mentioned that. Most of our trees do have metal tags with the variety and then the number. Like I said, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 typically of each. But yeah, the flood irrigation does go all the way to where you're standing, Betty. Like that's pretty much the end there. So we can plant this row here as we get the cut. But
Say the other day that this is not as good with the water. Not as much water gets over here by the pigs.
that could be
What are the problems?
being the edge of the field. Yes. Yeah, I did run the probe and it was at least 18 inches.
Oh, still here.
Still, yeah. Yeah. Russian olive, yeah. I don't know really the story on this, but like Marisa, the horticulture specialist, she takes care of this, waters it, and they seem like they're doing okay. But palmate leaf, like your hand, the palmate leaf pattern on these guys. So yeah, we'll just put a hose in here
kind of sycamore?
You'll see these around town. I've seen them in Albuquerque.
What kind was it?
Sycamore.
Arizona.
That's my understanding. Yeah. So we got a little bit of Siberian elm and Russian olive. We'll come in here and trim up.
You know where I've seen these? In the Gila down south in the Arroyo.
Oh,
Big
okay.
and huge.
In the Gila River? Awesome. Yeah. So this is part of my urban ag demonstration project. We're going to do away with the old raised beds. They've been here for a while. And I'm going to build new raised beds. Maybe at this location, maybe at location.
The project that we're doing is going to be, we're going to try to give you some ideas.
Yes. Yeah, and I'll just point out, we are running short on time. Yeah, this open field here is a blank canvas to paint.
I'm gonna stay longer and kind of document the site, do a site visit documentation.
But yeah, be aware, start, this is the south end here, and then it goes up to the north end, that road, and it includes this field, this strip here, the fruit tree orchard, and then this wildlife woodland. We also were calling it hidden habitat, looking for new names. Let me walk you in there briefly, and then
Yes.
this area, not the whole thing.
Yes.
Get on there anyway.
I thought this site was good because we can divide it up too. If some people are interested in this microclimate area, they can design for that. Or more of the fruit tree orchard, they can design for that. Yeah.
So it's kind of dense and narrow in here, but we'll just walk in single file, stop about halfway at a point, and then turn around. But yeah, watch your head. I got flagging on one low branch. Just watch your footing, watch your heading.
Oh, this is jungle tour. Okay.
Yeah, this is the jungle tour.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, puppy.
Coming, Carl?
I don't know how much, like we'll do some spot treatment of Siberian elm and tree of heaven and Russian olive, but we want to just really kind of maintain this for wildlife habitat. It's a, like a riparian bosque, right? And I think this was planted with New Mexico olive, and there's huge ones in here, and then I think nature just took its course in here, as I understand it. This is just largely untouched and unmanaged, which is pretty neat. So yeah. So we can go ahead and yes, Ray.
One comment, yeah, this is a good example of a little self-sustaining forest. You can see leaves on the floor. It's just composting itself, and that's what the soil is really, really rich here.
Yeah, that's a great point. I know. Yeah, so I do want to we're going to manage this, but with a very light touch. And we want to have a trail through here, an interpretive trail, so that we can bring visitors here, and staff can enjoy this too. So this will be a work in progress. This can be part of the project. It's like, we have anywhere, we have open piece of land that can be developed, and then we have something like this. And what's the appropriate strategy? What's the purpose? What kind of management activities could and should we do in here to enhance this, or just simply maintain it? Okay, yeah, we can turn back, take some photos.
All right, that's
That's right.
We've got a big job, y'all.
Help
So
out.
when you need somebody to help mark those figs,
Exactly.
you know, it's
Yeah,
an invite
yeah.
to volunteer. So.
Absolutely. As I gear up, yeah, I'll need help, and then you'll all come back and see what we've done and what we're learning and what's happening here. Yeah, stay on top of the project, because yeah, it's not too far from Albuquerque, and this is going to be a demonstration of what you can do in Albuquerque and the surrounding areas with respect to urban gardening.
You're our client, so
That's right.
you know, we'll be coming up with ideas. It's a blank slate, so that's kind of the easiest project. We don't have to design too much around the existing conditions, but keep in mind the large area. We might want to break up the area into smaller, manageable sizes that we can design toward. And then, let's see. Yeah, today I'll be getting some aerial photography so we can map the site itself. And
What's the goal of this project?
just to provide proposals for toward what Willie described.
Food, for enjoyment, for wildlife.
Well, there's all of that happening.
Is it just trees or is it landscape?
I would consider the trees in this project as infrastructure. We really want to use trees in very targeted ways that enhance what is already on the ground. So I always design with trees first because they're the largest plant and they affect the most area. You can get more coverage from trees and provide the properties to that site that you want with that large coverage. So trees are the infrastructure.
Is there a written description and some instructions on this project on Canvas?
Not yet.
Work in progress. Okay.
Forthcoming.
Forthcoming.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So is this the project that's at the end of this?
Yeah, we'll.
Oh,
I've
It's not for module 2?
no. I have written
So you
in.
gotta get home and start working.
I have written in the penultimate week as a pinup week, so we can look at all our proposals, comment on it. Part of this is providing feedback to each other within the mentoring groups, but also at the end at pinup. So, you know, nobody's perfect. We're not going to create a perfect environment. It's just all proposal and feedback and learning.
Yeah,
All right.
you're the consultant, SME, subject matter expert, consultant that's going to provide me, the client that needs some help. I'm new here. I got some land, and I want to do some things, and so you all can provide the proposals for the land manager.
Yep.
New person.
Can we get information on the soil composition here? Because I think that would help.
That's a great
where
idea.
That's where I would start.
Because you said sandy loam and
Sure. Yeah.
There's a good map in the place where I'm currently in the Office of Soil Maps overlaid on the wall.
Yeah.
Oh,
you'll definitely
fantastic.
See some basic information and the sideboards, right? Yeah. So for sure.
Okay, I volunteer quite often. If you want to come here on a Tuesday or Thursday morning, 8 o'clock, for Marisa and also Elta, who's her suited also. Anyway, yeah, it's really good to volunteer here. I can go on Canvas, just kind of put down the dates and stuff like that. And also, if you've got 15 minutes before you want to leave, I could just take you real quick to the Jujube forest and also show you grafting that's really working. Okay, yeah, just quick little tour.
Yeah, for those of you that have to go, I understand, but that would be neat, to see the jujube trees. If you haven't seen them before, you can do
how
that.
old are they?
Pardon?
How old are they?
The Jujube, I don't know, 50 years old, I think.
Okay, so they're past the thorny stage?
Oh,
No, they're thorny.
Some are
They haven't
20 feet
outgrown
high.
that
Yeah,
thorniness
it's a
yet.
forest.
they're
Nice
sorry.
rows, yeah. It's part of a study, of course.
Does anyone want to see jujubes? Raise your hand.
I gotta fly.
Sorry, I got.
I want to see him,
Yeah.
but I gotta go.
We'll send you some pictures.
Yeah, we'll send
Okay,
you
so we have a
pictures.
couple.
I'll keep recording.
I'm with you. I rode with you.
Okay. No.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Take
you.
care, guys.
Nice to see you
You
guys.
too, Dakota.
So your name was
Study that's ongoing.
Great. So this is a mulch study going on
Yeah,
here.
this one here is just a mulch study. You know, you can see gravel.
Yep,
looks
this
like
one's
pecan
gravel,
shells.
pecan
Yeah,
shells,
this is probably just woody.
woody.
This is, I can't recall exactly. It could have been pine needles. This one's some more pine needles.
Pine needles maybe.
So it looks to get bare soil.
Yeah, there's some pine cones
Yeah,
in there.
So it's just showing the different types. I don't.
And then just
I'm not
bare
sure,
soil with
yeah,
leaves.
I'm not sure if she ever grew stuff in here. Obviously, you got some grass.
Yeah.
in here.
There's a little key over here. Potential benefits of mulch. All right, there's that. This is a pollinator study garden, and this is set up for school groups to come and learn about pollinators and plants.
Oh, this is a really good one here. This tree a few years ago was leaning almost like 45 degrees.
Mhm.
And to let it be, and the tree, the sun straightened out the tree. Now it's perfectly
Oh, very
vertical.
nice. That's a Texas red oak. That's become one of my favorite trees. I planted one. That was the first tree I planted with Tree New Mexico, was a Texas red oak.
Artichokes here, I think they got past their prime for some reason. I probably
Beautiful
just
big
didn't-
artichokes.
Didn't quite get enough watering. A lot of watering here. Is has irrigation line strip.
Mhm.
Looks like
There's some more of the milkweed,
Yeah, more milkweed there. Yeah.
grasses,
And
some
a
New
lot of
Mexico
pollinator- Yeah,
olives.
a lot of pollinator plants, and each one has a sign, which is it's great for a tour for.
There's some
learning.
pollinators over there. The hummingbirds are flying around.
Yeah.
What is the purple kind of herbaceous
I don't know.
plant
exactly.
over there? What happened to the trees in the background?
What happened?
The bare ones there that look dead
Oh,
now.
those probably just could have been the drought, and you know, nobody waters them. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's a neighbor across. or
Oh,
not.
yeah.
Let's see when we drive out.
Creating a nesting habitat for native bees. All right, nice little signage going on. Walkways,
Yeah, there's
Gra-
flying bugs everywhere here. That's
gravel
the beauty of it.
walkways, yep. Some beautiful colors.
It's a little cornflower.
It's another little oak of some kind. What is this one called, I wonder?
From, yeah, I think it's Lady Lace or something like
Lady
that.
lace, yeah.
These are become really white, beautiful flowers that needs a little bit more irrigation. You can see some of the irrigation lines
Yeah,
that probably need to be put on more frequently.
there's some globe mallow and some more of the artichoke.
And notice how heavy the mulch is here, which is really, really good.
Tiny little mulberry, yeah, heavy mulch.
There's the mulch. it's a good 3 inches deep here.
Yep.
And of course, for trees, mulch is definitely what you want to have. It keeps the roots cool and keeps the moisture in. And
There's
this
some
kind of mulch,
butterflies.
it decomposes. That's
Uh-huh.
the best kind of mulch.
It adds carbon to the soil, makes air space for roots. Little sitting area, little tiny kind of shady spot. We have vines growing up a trellis. And we're right here under a desert willow.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Beautiful.
Yeah, there's a tank somewhere down in there.
So that's kind of a hiding nook. Here's a little bit more on protecting pollinators and integrated pest management. Here's some of the pollinators.
Yeah.
Actually, the plants for pollinators.
So imagine our local.
And we're just following the path along. Right behind is some of the agricultural fields, windbreaks, of course the nice big cottonwoods. Native grasses. Here's our water station, and this water station is set up on a timer with a backflow preventer and the hose leading out to plants.
There were tomato studies in this field years ago.
There's a beautiful rose right behind you.
Yeah.
Peach yellow, peach orange colored rose. Gorgeous. Some nice sitting areas under a pergola.
Yes, I'll drive a seat, thank you.
Some pots.
I'll take a hint.
Here's a choke cherry. And these are appreciated by the birds. When they're dry, they're nice and sweet, but also extremely bitter, which is why they're called a choke cherry. There's a little water for bird baths. The New Mexico olive. You can see more paths over there along the edge of the property. Here's a fig shrub. Hey, Willie.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, those dead trees look like they're across the street. Probably or have suffered from a lack of watering. This one is not doing so well, but it's still alive. Here's some sunflowers, some big sage, little flowers with some bees, native bees. The smaller ones are the native bees here. Some kind of wasp. all doing the work of pollinators.
Yeah, there's,
All right, pretty awesome garden.
yeah, there's tons of goldenrod.
Goldenrod for sure.
Yep. Yeah, the roots really, they're almost invasive. The roots just go on the ground
Oh
and
yeah.
spread.
Prolific.
Yeah. Yeah, the volunteers, we actually had to weed out the goldenrod so we could still have a path
Oh
a
wow.
couple months ago.
Here's what looks like a cottonwood maybe, or what is this, Ray?
That's a cottonwood. It looks like
Yeah.
really healthy and happy.
That's true, a cottonwood. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Could have been a volunteer somehow.
Mm-hmm.
very cool. We have some bird feeding stations.
Yeah, with Marissa's permission, we got a couple of cottonwoods.
This is a big windscreen of pinon. Oh, I'm sorry, not pinon, juniper.
Here's the bees.
Here's the
Yeah,
Tura.
they should be.
And we have a corner with cactus over there,
Yeah, all
Where
kinds of
Willie's-
varieties of cactus.
walking toward.
Yeah, more milkweed, that's good to see.
More milkweed. I really like this plant.
This is the Vitex.
Yep.
Yeah, these are going to be seeds, aren't they?
Monk's pepper is a common name for it.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a really desert adapted introduced tree that does quite well in landscapes.
Yep. We give Vitex away at Tree New Mexico. We give a lot of Vitex
Yeah,
away.
that's right. They just
Right.
came yesterday. I love these cactus.
Wow, look at that.
Take it near them too much.
Oh, we have I thought I saw this when I've driven in. This is the closest I've been. Screwbean mesquite,
Oh yeah.
which you'll see in Albuquerque, and yeah, mesquites are really drought tolerant and low water use tree species, and really nice xeriscape type species.
There are some seed pods on it.
Yeah, it's a nice way to identify it in the winter. If you don't know what it is, they'll hold their seed pods.
I'm gonna try not to step on a cactus,
Right.
but
So
there's.
yeah, you can show the
Oops.
screwbean mesquite pods. Very distinctive. Really pretty trees. We have these in outside of Phoenix in the Lower Gila River.
Yeah, they're kind of a delicate looking plant, but it's super hardy in this extreme heat zones.
Absolutely.
What kind of juniper are these, I wonder?
Yeah, I need to learn more about the types. Yeah, the juniper type for the windbreaks that we have here.
Looks like arborvitae.
Oh,
Arborvitae, yeah.
Yeah, check out yeah, a bunch of these at home.
Okay,
Previous owner.
that's great, Ray.
Yeah, they just do need water in this.
Yeah.
Beautiful part of it.
There are some survivors here
Right.
with this
Nicola.
east and west sun. Yeah,
Yeah.
unlimited sun here.
Yeah, and probably no more irrigation. Rainfall.
There's another water source. Some pretty cone flowers here on the corner. Oh, this is common, and I've seen this. I have it in my garden. I just don't remember the name. But it comes up fairly quickly in the fall with some rain. Here's a rose. I think this is woods rose.
Yeah, this is a new planting. That's a glow maple.
Mesa Glow Maple.
Yeah, that's a glow maple.
Nice.
Needs some watering. Looks like I'll do that right now.
And then here's that purple flower I was looking at earlier. I'll need to identify this later because I don't know it. All right, that's the pollinator garden at the Los Lunas Agricultural Science Center. Nice day to be out here. And I think we're signing off now, so thanks for joining us.